Show is a production of Worldwide Pants Incorporated. This is Alan Coulter saying good night and drive safely.
God bless pants.
Entertainment Tonight, weeknights at 7 on Cairo 7.
Don't miss Big Brother, premiering after Survivor, CBS Wednesday, July 5th.
From New York, where the pie crust is tough and the mayor is flaky, it's The Late Show with David Letterman. Tonight, Tom Brokaw and Eric Idle. Plus Paul Schaefer and the CBS Orchestra. And now, George W. Bush's foreign policy advisor, David Letterman.
How's it going? See ya. Okay, have a seat, lady. She's from Danville, Illinois. That's all I know about that deal right there. Well, I want to tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm not looking for your pity, I'm not looking for your sympathy, but hot here in New York City. Isn't it amazing how hot it was today? Wait a minute, listen to this. I'm coming to work this morning. My cab driver, it's so damn hot, he's stir-frying vegetables in his turban. It's so hot in New York City today, Hillary Clinton actually seemed warm. Oh! Wait a minute. I'm coming through Central Park this afternoon after my lunch. It's so hot, I saw a squirrel, my hand to God, this is a true story, with hard-boiled nuts. You excited about politics? You care about politics? Ralph Nader is now the presidential candidate for the Green Party. Finally, a candidate with a little excitement. Crazy Ralph. They're worried now that Ralph Nader may siphon votes. I almost said jokes. May siphon jokes. They're worried now that Ralph Nader may siphon votes from Al Gore. I think Al Gore is siphoning votes from Al Gore, you know? And maybe jokes. Big annual gay pride parade yesterday here in New York City, and the parade, they estimate that there was, thank you, they estimate that there's about 200,000 people in the parade. Actually, 1 million if you count costume changes, but that's a deal. But the parade lasted 6 hours, and officials believe it actually would have only lasted a couple hours, but they would stop every few blocks to rearrange the windows along Fifth Avenue. Crazy what they do. It's crazy. Celebrity birthday, ladies and gentlemen. George Michael. Happy birthday to George Michael. He's 37 years old today. Happy birthday to... Celebrated the way he does every year, alone. All right, ma'am, what were you saying? Sit down, lady. Hey, look who's here, ladies and gentlemen. My good friend for the last 45 years, Wayne Fetch. Tom Brokaw. It just doesn't get any better than Tom Brokaw. He's on the show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Also, Eric Idle, who will be appearing at the Carnegie Hall in a show, Eric Idle Exploits Monty Python, and Campaign 2000, starring the lovely, the talented, the gifted Maria Pope.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. That's the big show tonight. I don't know if you folks understand this or appreciate this or even care about this, but I'm gonna kind of clue you in on this now. It was just over a week ago. It was actually a week ago Friday, and I don't know if you saw it. I don't know if you read about it, because, you know, often this program is written up in area periodicals. My lips were chewed off by a dingo. Take a look at the tape. It was just over. There's the dingo. Get him, get him, get him, get him. Chewed my lips off. A deadly giant dingo chewed my... I know what you're saying to yourself. Well, if that's true, how come Dave ain't drinking his beverage with a straw? I'll tell you why. That's just the kind of guy I am. Take a look at that, and you tell me if you could survive an attack like this. A deadly dingo. I'm lucky to be alive. And Paul, what did you point out after that about the dog?
That I asked you if you had gotten a shot.
Right.
Because the dog certainly got a shot.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh.
George W. Bush. Have you seen the latest George W.? How many of you are going to vote for George W. Bush? You're going to vote for him despite the fact that he's dumb as a box of tools. How many? Now that you know he's dumb as a box of tools, how many are going to... Okay. But he's leading Al Gore. Have you noticed in the polls, they have the political polls? And take a look at this campaign commercial they're running for George W. Bush. Look at this.
The 2000 presidential campaign. Not sure who to vote for? Look, we're going to make this real simple. Either you vote for George W. Bush, or he'll have you executed. Try asking these poor bastards who didn't vote for Bush when he ran for governor. So November 7th, you do this, or we'll do this. George W. Bush, compassionate conservative.
Or he'll give you a ride in old Sparky. And I don't care who wins the election one way or the other. I don't care if Al Gore, but boy, didn't Al look haggard. Look at how haggard Al looked in that thing. He just looked all puffy and haggard, didn't he?
There he is.
Look at George W. Bush. He's just seen that dog chewing my lips off tape. Oh, my God. Look at you chew Dave's lips off. Al Gore looks frightened and upset. Al Gore was on the show, too.
He smashed the thing, though, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He smashed the thing.
Yeah.
You know what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to show, and I'm going to do this comedy segment under protest because this show, this Survivor show, you know, I'm not in favor of it. No, I think something's wrong with the Survivor show. And I've went on record from the very first show. I think that don't be fooled by this. Don't watch this show because something is not right. You know what I'm saying?
You don't think it's legit?
I don't think these people are surviving anything. I think that they're getting 3 enormous meals a day. I think they're sleeping at the Marriott or wherever the hell it is. Every night there's like a limbo contest and a luau.
Yeah. And
they're engaging in wild island sex.
That we know. Yeah.
So I've gone on record. I'm against this activity.
Nonetheless, you're about to present
we got
comedy
a
piece.
A little skit called A Day in the Life of the Survivor Island. Here we go.
Now it's Survivor Island and a day in the life. We're presenting a day in the life. Survivor Island.
Yeah, baby. And my lips chewed off by a dingo.
You did.
All right, this is all about the activities going on the Survivor Island. Because we found out from the one young woman who had been booted off last week, it's about 20 miles offshore of Fort Lauderdale.
Yes.
And she said that they almost thought that the helicopter bringing the rum didn't arrive, but it came later. Rum was on a later flight. That was the problem. Okay, 9:30 a.m., day on the life of Survivor Island. Colleen, that's Colleen right there, throws hissy fit when caterer forgets smoked salmon and huge brunch buffet. Wow, is she on the island? She's
I don't know.
Survivors?
Apparently, yeah.
Oh, she looks like she might be happening.
Starting to see the point of the show now?
Yeah, well, I hope she stays on. Could she be the whole thing's...
Nobody's going to vote her off.
No, I wouldn't vote her off. No. 10:45 a.m., castaways talk Rudy out of wearing a thong. Rudy. Here's how you know something's wrong. You just got to ask yourself the question, why would these people sign up for this little dog and pony show anyway? Why would they? Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. Why would they sign up? I'll tell you why. Because something ain't right. Look, I survived a damn dingo. You think any of them had their lips chewed off by a dingo? Get him! Get him!
Hello, Daddy.
11 a.m., Gretchen complains to producers about low quality of life on island. There's Gretchen right there. 11:10 a.m., Gretchen has a little accident, found dead in the jungle. Yeah, they got tiki torches. They have tiki torches. You telling me that they're in trouble there? They've decorated.
Oh, yeah, they do. Actually.
11:30 a.m., upon learning there's $1 million on the island, Darva Conger shows up and marries all the cast members. She's beautiful. A beautiful woman. Darva Conger.
Darva Conger, yeah. Beautiful woman.
The beautiful Darva Conger.
Oh, yeah, you're a fan of hers.
Huh?
You're a big fan of hers.
Well, how can
she
you not?
started the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
She started it with that thing.
She is one happening lady.
Well, she started it with Who Wants to Marry a Millionaire, right?
That's right. That's exactly where it started.
Yeah, and that was what? What do we find out about it?
That was something wrong with that, too?
Totally fixed, wasn't it?
That was fixed as well.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Open your eyes, America! All right, now noon. PETA announces biting heads off grubs is wrong, but it's okay to bite the head off host Jeff Probst. That guy, I don't know. And there's like a crew of 200 people on the island with him.
Well, it would have to be.
To videotape them surviving. Is there any more aerosol cheese? And this guy, Jeff Probst, comes over like twice a day on the jet ski or something. And then they have the big Trader Vic vote off, and it's just... 12:30 p.m., Joel trips on a camera cable and gets an ass full of bamboo. So you see, it's not all bad.
Wow.
1 p.m., Greg pretends he was bitten by a snake so Colleen will suck on him. What? 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 Now, is that Colleen? Is that the same Colleen we saw earlier?
Was the other one
There's not two women named Colleen.
I don't know.
That would confuse the average viewer. Like, I'm a little confused now.
If there were two Colleens, no, it must be the same.
Okay, well, I'm still voting for her. I don't like that other guy. That guy...
Vote him off.
Yeah.
Vote him off. Keep Colleen.
You're a little squirrely looking to me.
Yeah,
little squirrely.
Ooh.
Tapping my voice.
Woo.
Keep up. 3 p.m. cast bumps into former President Richard Nixon, who faked his own death and has been living on island ever since. How about that? That's odd.
That I'd see.
5 p.m. Tagi, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Tagi tribe's morale boosted when they uncover the hidden chest of crack. That's ironic because a few months ago I had a giant crack in my chest.
Crack in your chest, yeah.
It's not like cable. You don't have to pay for this crap. 7:30 p.m. Tribes come together for a tequila-fueled sexathon. Yeah! Band leader plays tequila.
That's what it says right on the card.
Oh, no, I know that. That's right. Yeah, oh, that's right, band leader. Okay, 9 p.m. George W. Bush shows up at Tribal Council. Everybody is executed. Oh.
Survivor Island.
Okay, I've changed my mind. I like the show now. I'm a big fan of that Survivor show.
Oh, we got you. We won you over.
Yeah, and I think my prediction is that Colleen.
Ah.
What do we know about Colleen? Is she all right? Do they like her or not?
Yeah, and I think she's going to be having sex on the island tomorrow.
Oh, she is tomorrow.
Show on
How do you know that?
The producer.
That's
That's our producer, yeah.
It was tipped off.
Huh? And who is she having sex with?
I'm not sure. It may be that Greg guy. I was going to check on that in the commercial.
Swirly?
I'm not
Swirly
sure.
boy?
I'm not sure.
Eddie Haskell, that guy?
Yeah, Eddie Haskell.
I'm not sure if it's him. I was going to find out.
Oh, that's a disappointment. Well, that's. I guess that's one way to win votes. Or no, you don't want votes. Do you not want votes? What is the object?
You try to
of this
form
damn thing?
alliances so that you won't get voted off.
Oh, well, she's forged quite an alliance there. All right, we got a big show. It's too big, too good for TV. We'll be back with tonight's top 10 list. Top 10 ways gas stations are trying to keep customers happy. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Excuse me.
Pardon me. Sorry.
I've got to have a what?
You know, I have some friends down at the Library of Congress, and they were telling me that the most requested piece of video that you can check out there at the Library of Congress is that dingo chewing.
Of course, yeah, you're getting your face ripped off.
Get him!
Man.
And then the owner, nice job. Did you notice that? Nice job. The owner pats,
I didn't notice that.
praising him, rewarding the animal.
right?
Nice job. Good going. Nice going, puppy.
I'd like to see that part.
Yeah, watch this.
Yeah, oh, nice.
Nice. Very nice. Excellent. Just like we talked about in the hotel. The number 2 piece of video is Neil Armstrong walking on the moon.
Yeah, but this is definitely number 1. This is number 1.
That's right. Alan, I understand it's time for the Late Show Lucky Number.
It's time now for the Late Show Lucky Number.
The first number is 29.
Possible to see the damn number.
The second number is 2. The third number is 26. The fourth number is 34.
Okay, there you go.
Tonight's Late Show Lucky Number is 29, 2, 26, 34. Good luck and get going.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks to one and all. I think that was one of the best rehearsals we've ever had. So apparently they follow him into the jungle with the night vision video equipment.
Oh, really? On Survivor?
They'll be in there getting it on.
I love how Maria just said, yeah, they're going to have sex tomorrow.
That's right.
Our beloved producer.
Yeah, well, she knows that. She's, you know, in the loop.
Obviously she is.
Yeah.
How do I get in the loop?
Well, you're Canadian, Paul, and that would be a problem. There are no Canadians in the loop. Our first guest is the anchor of the NBC Nightly News and the author of 2 current best-selling books. I was looking through the New York Times book review over the weekend, and this baby right here, this is the first one they wrote. This has been on the bestseller list, the New York Times bestseller list, for 80 weeks.
No kidding.
It's just unbelievable. And then this one right here is also on the bestseller list. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Tom Brokaw. Come on out. There we go.
Thank you.
Welcome back. Nice to see you, Tom.
Very good to be here.
What do you think of that Survivor show? You know anything about that over at NBC?
Well, I think that they like to have the ratings, but I'm not sure that I would, you know, volunteer to row out to the island to be with those folks.
Yeah, there's something wrong with them, isn't there?
A little bit.
Something just ain't right.
Yeah.
Boy, you just had an interesting interview to President, the new Vladimir Putin. How long ago did you interview him?
A couple of weeks ago, just the week before President Clinton went there, I went to see him because his staff wanted to introduce him, in effect, to the American public.
Had you met with him before?
I'd never met him before. I knew about him, obviously, as we all did, but he was what we call in Russia a classic apparatchik, somebody who'd been operating down within the system, one of the bureaucrats that made communism what it was. He was a KGB agent for most of his adult life.
Wow.
And so suddenly he rises to the top. The question is, what kind of pictures does he have of Boris Yeltsin?
Yeah.
I mean, how did he get to be the president?
Now, let me ask you this. Under the premiership of Boris Yeltsin, were things really as bad as they could get because of Boris, or were they just bad for other reasons?
They were bad for a combination of the two. He just didn't take hold. He retreated to the Dasha with a case of vodka on Tuesday and reemerged the following month sometime. Then there was the whole question about the oligarchs, who are the families who are very close to Yeltsin and had their hands around all the key industries. And he was terribly distracted, I think that it's fair to say. Now, the reason that Putin was liked by a lot of people was he was a guy who got things done within the system. He'd worked first in St. Petersburg, then he came to work for Yeltsin, but no one knew who he was before Yeltsin on that memorable speech on New Year's Eve, you'll remember, said, well, we've got a new guy.
We have some videotape here of Boris Yeltsin, and this is the Boris Yeltsin we're all going to miss. There you go! Yeah!
You know, it's a shame because he was a great revolutionary. He's the one who saved the Soviet, you know, they wanted to go back to the old system. They arrested Gorbachev, and he's the one who stood tall against the coup. Then he went into that Boris Yeltsin mode. I was at a White House state dinner one night. Mrs. Yeltsin was sitting next to the President of the United States. We're engaged in this fairly lively conversation, when all of a sudden Boris kind of falls between the President and Mrs. Yeltsin, and his cummerbund has come undone, and he needs help getting it put back together again. Mrs. Yeltsin putting the old cummerbund back together.
But at least he wasn't playing grab ass in the Oval Office.
That's true.
At least he wasn't. He could have been. Well, I don't know.
On the other hand, we don't know.
Well, you don't know.
That we don't know.
But how would interns? I mean, good Lord. Oh, never mind. But is the goal for Russia that it becomes a capitalistic democracy? Is that the goal?
This guy, we don't. There's a lot about him we don't know. He's still a work in progress. He understands that they've got to repair the economy. His grandfather was a cook for Stalin. He grew up in the KGB. He has a lot of those Russian nationalistic tendencies. A lot of people are concerned about him not having a very good appreciation for democracy. I just have been writing something about him, and I said my impression is that he'll pick those parts of democracy that work best for him, not necessarily for the Russian people. We don't know. He's very concerned about Russia coming apart across the country, all those different ethnic regions and so on, but he'll be a real strong law and order guy. I had one big problem with him when we were there. This is a man who did not have a big run-up to the presidency, so his staff is not, in some instances, as accomplished as you'd like. His translator his translator left out whole phrases during the course of the translation. And at one point, when I was listening to him, I thought the man had fallen asleep on me. And I thought, what is going on back there? And I got back and I was explaining the difficulty that we were having with the missile defense system, that he wanted to tell America what his plans were. And one of my colleagues on Nightly News, Chris Colvin, said, that could be a problem. The boys in the bunker could say, did he say lunch or launch? Which was it that we wanted to hear?
You don't need that.
No.
We got to do a commercial here. We'll come back and we got a million other things to chat with our good friend Tom Brokaw. So come on back, kids.
I stopped at this cafe and I see Norman, but he wasn't alone.
Ladies and gentlemen, I see where watching the Sunday shows yesterday, and your buddy Al Gore has got himself in. He shot himself in the foot again with these White House fundraising coffee things and so on and so forth.
I think caffeine affects your memory because he doesn't seem to have much after, you know. Well, might have been at 1 or 2, and then they documented he was at 23 altogether. And
now, is this going to take him out, or is this just kind of one of these nuisance sort of deal things?
No, timing is not good for him because it'll be there whether or not Janet Reno appoints a special prosecutor.
Now, can she not? This would be the second time she doesn't appoint.
She cannot, and she may not in this case.
But wouldn't people just go crazy if she doesn't?
Well, I don't think they're going to go any crazier than they already are about it, the Republican opposition. Yeah. I mean, and what it does for Gore is that it neutralizes his criticisms of George W. Bush and his fundraising, which is all soft money and a lot of it, obviously, and it's a distraction for him. He's constantly defending something that happened 4 years ago as opposed to being able to go on the offensive and spell out for the country where he would like to go with all of this.
Is it okay, and I don't want to put you on the spot or anything, but is it okay, and I'm not naming names here, but is it okay if we have a president who's dumb? Is that okay?
I think we've
been through a couple of them.
Right.
But, you know, in the case of George W., he's always saying, don't worry, I'm going to surround myself with the very best people possible. Well, right. You should do that regardless. You should be one of the very best people possible. It's not just, yeah, I know I'm really lame, but guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to get really good people. That don't wash.
Well, I wrote something in the New York Times about how we judge people by the whole arc of their lives, saying in the thing that I wrote in the Times op-ed page piece that Franklin Roosevelt, for example, gentleman C's at Harvard, the best that he did.
Is that right?
Yeah. Dick Cheney, who is widely regarded as a very smart man, White House Chief of Staff, Defense Secretary, Congressman from Wyoming. I called him because I said, I'm trying to remember, Dick, were you kicked out of Yale? He said, not once but twice, actually.
Is that right?
That's right. So what you want to do is look at the whole picture and the whole arc of someone's lives, and they have great leadership qualities. And they don't have, we'd love them to have more intellectual curiosity, I think, than has been exhibited, for example, in the George Bush campaign. But,
intellectual curiosity.
But we'll know a whole lot more come September, October, before November. Right now, they're in the batting cage at batting practice. I mean, soft ones are getting thrown right down the plate. They're hitting them out there. They're looking good, getting ready. But it changes right after Labor Day. That's when the real fight really begins.
Yeah, but you know, I used to think that there was nothing that could derail Al Gore, especially when I got a good look at George W. And I'm telling you, you look deep into his eyes and you're thinking, geez, we could have a dance in there. But, no. But anyway, now Gore is struggling a little bit, and it's all because the Republicans, they just can't stand Clinton another minute, and they're not going to have Clinton's boy in there. They don't want a third term for Clinton at all, being Gore. Is that
no? Now, just to put you in perspective, well,
I'd love to see you try. I had my lips chewed off, you know.
Yeah. That was a dog sent here by Texans, actually, for the way you've been treating their governor. I think we have to be careful that we've talked about this here before, but I think we have to be careful not to beat up on these candidates too much at this stage. And yes, the Republicans are desperate to get the White House back because they know that's where they get things done. They've had control of the Congress. It's been more frustration for them than accomplishment. They want to get the White House back. They're very good at it. Al Gore's got a very good new campaign manager, and Bill Daley out of the Chicago family. George Bush has demonstrated that he, in fact, could take a punch during the primaries and come back from it. And the best thing that he's had going for him in recent weeks is that all the trouble has been visited upon Al Gore. And he goes around the country, Governor Bush does, and talks about his plans.
Yeah, he's clean for right now.
He's clean for right now, but all that can change. This is much too early to start making big judgments.
Yeah, but see, it's your job to be considerate and thoughtful about these guys. It's my job to beat up on them. See, you know, it's two different deals. What about Hillary and Rick Lazio?
Well, again, I mean, the conventional wisdom is it's a heavily Democratic state. She's done well in upstate, but she has not been able to get over a certain threshold in all the polls.
42% is what it still is?
It's between 42 and 46% in terms of positive votes for her, or positive feelings about her. Lazio is a guy that I think where some women who might be expected to vote for Hillary could take their votes. A lot of women in New York have said they don't like the idea that she came in here with a presumptuous attitude about her right to run for the Senate seat.
But, you know, again, it's the same thing. Like Giuliani announces that he can't run for the Senate, and he's in the race a week, and the polls even up. And to me, that said just exactly what I was talking about. The Republicans, we don't care. You know, don't make any difference to us. Put a monkey on the ballot. We're not going to let the Clintons have another office for another minute, you know, over our dead body.
But that's
Kinda.
You cannot get to those poll numbers, David, with just Republicans. There are Democrats who are saying as well that we don't want her in, or she would be doing better, because it's an overwhelmingly Democratic state, and she should have a margin of at least 6 to 4 if you were just to play by party lines. But she doesn't get over 50%. Now, she's a very skilled campaigner. She's demonstrated that already.
Well, she was on this show right here and did a pretty nice job.
I thought she did, too. Yeah. I thought the fact that you kind of took a tumble for her probably helped her a lot.
Of course, she was, you know, but you know, that's the problem. I mean, even when you meet Tubby, he's disarmingly charming. And the same with her. She couldn't have been sweeter, you know. She's very nice. I got a question for you. Are you familiar with ITN? You know what ITN, International News, ITN or something like that, out of London or something? You know, and they have that world news thing? Who is that woman that does the world news thing?
Actually, I don't know.
Oh, you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Stunning.
Yeah.
God, she's beautiful. Wait, is there a chance you'd ever be on assignment with her?
With lots of company, perhaps.
But no, you know, she's...
All right,
we'll look into that, will you?
Yeah, I will.
All right, okay, here he is. I'm telling you, you can't thumb through the New York Times book review without coming across this man. And a great job, too. People are now singling you out as being a guy who directed our attention in the right direction here. Nice going.
Well, it's been fun. What I've been saying, and anchormen do not fake humility very well, so I've not attempted to do that. But I've just been the doorman. I've opened the door and said, this way, please. There are some remarkable stories here, and people have responded.
You were smart enough to know that it was necessary, and the universality of it is overwhelming. So good to see you. Tom Brokaw, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back here with the top
10 list. Joe leads an incredible...
Got the urge.
That was Tom Brokaw going back to NBC. That sounds great, by the way.
Thank you.
Nice
Will Lee on the lead vocal.
Is that new? Have I heard the orchestra perform that?
A long time ago. It's an oldie and moldy.
Very nice.
From the vaults. It's one from the vaults.
But that's Tom Brokaw running now. He's got to be there at 6:30.
That's what he does.
13 minutes. Look at this, and he's no, get back! I can't. I'm busy.
There he goes.
Check the watch. Look at him check the. Holy crap!
Yeah.
He's got to be there. He's got to be there, and he can't show up sweaty and ruffled. You know, he's got to be composed, because if you show up sweaty, the anchorman shows up. Oh, this guy's doing a little surveillance. You see that guy? What's going down, Paul? And we never saw Brokaw again. Oh, there he is. Tossed him into the back of that truck. But if I find out they had sex, Colleen and that squirrely boy, then I'm voting her off the island.
I don't blame you.
You know, the weasel producers got to her and said, and if if you want to, well, there may be a little something extra in this. If you want to, take a guy into the jungle once or twice, just...
That's right. That's right. It's like doing the nude scene in Hair. It's worth an extra $15 a show.
Exactly. $15?
I don't know, something like that. Per show, 8 a week. You know?
I understand, yeah.
So the math, you do the math.
Oh, you do the math. Ladies and gentlemen, here's tonight's top 10 list. Let's go. The category Top 10 Ways Gas Stations are trying to keep customers happy because, as you know, gas is now $8 a gallon.
Yes.
That's what we pay for it here in New York City, $8 a gallon. You know, the gas to fill up the car and go see a movie costs about $1,100.
Right.
It's crazy. Where do you buy your gas, Paul?
Up at the most expensive gas station in the world.
Right.
It's been documented.
Thank you. I buy mine at the Tiger Mart.
Oh. Where's that?
Huh?
Is that a gas station?
That's where I buy my gas.
What kind of gas is
I
available
don't know. It's
there?
the Tiger Mart.
Tiger gas?
You go inside after you fill up to pay, you know, you pump first and then you pay. And you go inside and it's like a wonderland of jerky. They have like 1,000 varieties of jerky at the Tiger Mart. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, so here we go. Top 10 ways gas stations now are trying to keep their customers happy. Number 10. Buy 10 gallons, get 11th gallon for only $8.50. Number 9. Restroom keys now on even bigger, cumbersome sticks. Number 8. Finally admitting Ultra is exact same crap as regular. Number 7. Want to smoke by the pumps? Go nuts. Number 6. Allow customers to pay for tank of gas in just 19 easy payments. Number 5. Kids can jump around in the pit full of old spark plugs. Number 4. Doesn't paying $40 for gas make you feel sort of like Bill Gates? Number 3. Texaco features gas pumped by one of the dorks kicked off Survivor Island. Number 2. Many attendants learning to say thank you, dumbass, in Arabic. And the number 1 way gas stations are trying to keep their customers happy on request, they'll squeegee you. We'll be right back with Eric Idle.
Look, here comes another one. Victorious.
So here's the deal. You hear Tom Brokaw shooting his mouth off about writing an op-ed piece for the New York Times?
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah, I mentioned it a couple times.
Yeah, so?
I have trouble doing the crossword in TV Guide. Our next guest is a genuine legend of British comedy. He'll be appearing tomorrow and Wednesday at Carnegie Hall in a stage show entitled Eric Idle Exploits Monty Python. Here's Eric Idle. Welcome back to the show. Did you, you know Tom Brokaw, did you meet him backstage?
I didn't meet him because he was running out to the toilet, I think.
No. He was going to his real job.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Going to do the news.
Is that what he does?
Yeah, he's like a news... Hey, do you know the woman who does the ITN World News?
I have a telephone number for you, which I've had some research. No, I don't, because I don't watch news.
Oh, really?
No, I'm very much against the news.
On what grounds exactly?
On the grounds it's very, very bad for you. You get up in the morning, you have coffee, and you read about all these terrible things you can do nothing at all about.
You find it dispiriting.
Oh, it's dreadful. People get anxious. Then at night, you know, they can say, 11 more things to be frightened of, film at 11, I think it's very bad for you. I don't even read newspapers. I don't.
So your choice is to go through life ignorant?
No.
No.
I think it's very important that you learn some bits of news, like whether anybody's about to drop a big rock on your head.
Yeah.
I think things you can have an influence on, or somebody's bombing you, very important to know that. But the rest of the time, it's not really news.
No,
it's
I
just
guess not.
manufactured PR, isn't it?
That's right, sure. Now, how long have you been in New York this visit?
I have been here for about 3 days now.
Oh, so you enjoyed the weekend? Was it a nice weekend for you?
I enjoyed the weekend, but does every New Yorker wear women's clothing and go out on the streets?
That was the Gay Pride Parade.
Oh, I thought...
But in answer to the question, yes.
They do?
Yes.
Yes. It's very colourful, isn't it? Yes. I'm not a one to really talk about wearing women's clothing because... Actually, I wanted to ask you, have you ever worn women's clothing?
What do you think I got on now?
I meant outside.
I guess the honeymoon, a little thing in the honeymoon, and that was it.
Just the, okay. No, because it's quite interesting what women wear. I mean, they wear completely different clothing to us, you know. I mean, the reason I ask you that is because you get a kind of insight into how women are once you wear their
Based
clothing.
on the clothing, yeah.
Absolutely.
I would think so, yeah.
And the nails and the hair and the eyelashes and tottering around on high heels. It's a very strange world.
Yeah. You know what I've noticed? When women, and this is true generally, but especially when women get dressed up and when men get dressed up, women always look better.
Yes, but this is only recently. This is like the 20th century. I mean, in Elizabethan times, the men would wear all the codpieces and all the beautiful costumes.
Well, in those days, they were all fops.
Exactly, because they had no news. Somebody would come rushing in every 6 months and say, guess what? The French just lost a battle. And they say, oh, go away.
All right, well, we have this here. Now, what are we looking at here? Speaking of women's clothing and yourself.
Yes.
Dolly Taylor.
Well, things have got very tragic in my life now. And I tend to go out in public and entertain people dressed like this.
Yeah, why not?
You
Good
know.
Lord.
Yes, exactly.
Give the people what they want. Now, this...
sadly, they don't want it, but...
this is part of the show?
This is part of the show. I have 17 costume changes.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. What was the old record?
It was Cher.
On any given day.
That's the answer to the 3 questions.
And when you do the show, it's stuff from Monty Python's repertoire?
It's Monty Python, but stuff that hasn't necessarily been done, and songs. We have girl singers dancing, and we sing "Every Sperm is Sacred," and we have dancing, and you know.
And you're looking forward to Carnegie Hall?
It's going to be interesting because I think such filth has never been seen on the stage at Carnegie Hall.
How are things now? Are you buddies with Prince Charles and the royal family, the Queen, and that sort of thing?
I wouldn't say we were close buddies. You know, we don't exchange email. But I did actually have dinner with Prince Charles.
Well, there you go. That's pretty good, isn't it?
But it was at Billy Connolly's house.
The Scottish fellow?
The Scottish
Very
comedian.
Funny guy, yeah.
And Steve Martin was there, and Robin Williams.
Oh,
and I think
wow.
Charles wanted his kids to meet all these loonies.
Yeah.
So he came across the castle, and it was a bit stiff. And then we just started making jokes. And he relaxed. It was really a very fun evening.
Making jokes about him? Or
about him and his clothes and whether he wore women's clothing, you know, this sort of thing like that. He wasn't wearing a kilt. And it was very nice. And actually, he turned to me at one point and said, I'd like you to be my jester.
Oh.
And I thought, what a dreadful job.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. I'd rather dress up in women's clothes.
They don't still have that position, though.
I think they executed most of them. You know what I mean? That's one way. That's what the original dying from a joke, you know?
Yeah. The show, Tuesday, Wednesday, at Carnegie Hall. Good for you. I hope it's a big success.
Thank you very much.
Nice to see you again, Eric. Thank you
Nice
very much.
to see you too.
Eric Idle, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back here.
Mark your calendar, because June is National Jeep Month.
All right, my thanks to Eric Idle. He's right here. Also, Tom Brokaw. Tomorrow, Jim Belushi and Third Eye Blind. Craig Kilborn is next. Get off the interstate. I'm coming home. Good night, everybody.
The Late Show is a production of Worldwide Pass Incorporated. This is Alan Coulter saying good night and drive safely.
Pan-fried nappy.
From the gorgeous Hollywood Hills in beautiful Hollywood, California, it's the Late Late Show with Craig Kilborn. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Craig Kilborn. And thank you, sir. And thank you. Welcome to your Late Late Show. My name is Craig Kilborn. A huge show tonight. When you talk about heavy metal, you talk about Motley Crue, you talk about Vince Neil. Is here. Because a lot of us talk about heavy metal. Also here tonight, very funny man. He has a new show on Comedy Central. Mr. Mark Curry is here. And we also have a very funny lady, comedian Elizabeth Beckwith is here. Well, the big story. Listen to this. True story. A 19-year-old employee at a Wendy's in Ohio was arrested over the weekend for selling drugs at the drive-through window. This is a true story. His downfall was asking every customer, "Would you like some crack with that?" That's what got him in trouble. Would you like fries? Would you like... NBC is planning a new reality show called Chains of Love, in which a woman will be chained to 4 men. Now, settle down, ladies. Now, if this doesn't boost ratings, NBC plans to dip Katie Couric in frosting, lock her in a room and with Al Roker, and whatever happens, happens. If it doesn't... Over in beautiful Baltimore, Maryland, 12,000 people gathered for the 49th annual Square Dance. Okay? And I was going to attend, but at the last minute I remembered I've got a life. So I refused. Today is George Michael's birthday. He turns 37, a big party for George. The highlight, a beautiful woman popped out of the cake and said, "I must be at the wrong party." It appears to be a big show. There will be a heavy discussion on heavy metal later in the show. We look forward to that. Right now, tonight, we're going to try something a little different. Instead of the prepared jokes I normally do, I'm going to try to stretch as a performer. I'm going to try something we call, in the business, improv. I am going to, on the spot, make up jokes. The only thing I have to rely on is my quick wit and the fact that I have a black belt in comedy. Yeah, I just made that up. I just came up with that. Joining us tonight, one of our writers, the fine John Hotchkiss, right over here. Hey, Johnny. John, now, you have a fishbowl in there with what? What do you have in there?
These are joke premises. They're little setups, and then you have to make jokes off the premises.
These will be premises, and I've never met you before, right?
Actually, we have met. I'm one of the writers on the show.
That's right. Okay, we've met, but I've never seen what's in the fishbowl. I have not seen the setups.
Oh, no. You've never seen what's in the fishbowl. That is
correct. This will be new to me, and then on the spot, the agile mind, the black belt, we go to work.
Correct.
Are you ready, Johnny?
I'm ready. Okay, here we go. You ready?
Pull something. Well, I didn't tell you to do it yet.
Oh.
Pull something out of the bowl.
All right, here we go. You ready?
First premise, first setup.
Oh, boy. These are things you might overhear backstage at a Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young concert.
Damn, at a concert.
Right.
Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. This is backstage.
Correct.
Okay, just here we go. God, the Dixie Chicks look terrible. All right? I got one. Hey, it's not my turn to change Stephen Stills. Wait. This punch tastes a little bit like Neil Young. This is fun. This is fun. Just coming up with them on the spot. I like this. All right. Pull something out of the fishbowl. New category.
Okay, here we go. You ready?
Improv, yeah.
Okay. Oh, boy. This is the caterer you don't want at your daughter's wedding.
My daughter's getting married.
That is correct.
We're catering the event.
Correct.
This is what I don't want to hear.
This is the caterer you
caterer
don't
I don't want. This
correct.
is not what I want to hear backstage.
That is correct.
This is the caterer I don't want. Okay. Oh, okay. What kind of ice cream do you want on your crab cakes? A little voice there, using a little dialect. Here. I spread the frosting myself, but I didn't use a spatula. That's good, right? All right. We got time for one more category.
Okay, time for one more.
More setup.
Here we go.
This is fun.
You ready?
This is fun. I'm ready.
Okay. The category is TV shows you'd hate to see.
I'm watching TV at home.
You're watching TV at home.
There's a show on that I would hate to see.
That is correct.
Right?
Show you'd hate to see.
That is correct. All right. Touched by Star Jones. All right. Oh. Becker. Oh, yeah, the silly holiday shows. The red goatee that stole Christmas. John, what? What's the matter? That was funny. The red goatee that stole Christmas.
Yeah. Red goatee is really funny, Craig. Bastard.
All right, okay, I crossed the line. How about this one? You ready? Two guys, a girl, and the grizzled old homophobe from Survivor. That's good. All right, let's check the news. Here we go.
In the News is brought to you by Your Spouse's Diary, the most riveting, gut-wrenching horror story you wish you never read.
Our top story, the first genome map. Scientists working jointly in England and the U.S. have achieved a medical breakthrough by successfully mapping human DNA. Experts feel this genome breakthrough could lead to the end of most diseases and eventually immortality. So you know what that means, don't you, kids? Smoke them if you got them and get your freak on. That's what that means. On the downside of this breakthrough, that guy you hate now might live forever. Scientists were surprised to discover that the genome map was actually just a map of downtown Flagstaff. Now the scientists are setting their sights on their next highly ambitious goal, getting laid. The genome map is being called the greatest scientific achievement in history, if you don't count putting silicone into breasts. In truly evil news, the Philip Morris Company has purchased Nabisco from RJR Reynolds. For those of you unfamiliar with the two companies, Philip Morris makes lung cancer. Reynolds makes emphysema. The first new merger-created product will be cream-filled cigarettes called Mallow Marlboros. Very popular. A spokesman from Philip Morris said the Nabisco purchase will enable them to capture the critical stage in a child's life between his last Oreo and his first Newport Light.
And now it's time for Craig Picks on a Nerd the way nerd picking on was portrayed in the early 80s.
Nerd! Where are the rest of your nerd friends, nerd? I better not see you sitting at this table anymore. Sit in the back with the rest of the nerds. That's right. Walk away, Poindexter.
And that was Craig Picks on a Nerd the way nerd picking on was portrayed in the early 80s.
In really dumb guy news, an Oregon man made an astounding error in judgment when he attempted to jet ski in a riverbed, then crashed into some rocks and had to be saved by helicopter on a rescue team. Authorities say the man is in the hospital where doctors have upgraded his condition from total idiot to complete moron. The rescue just happened to coincide with another rescue happening across the way.
Hey, Jimmy. How's it hanging?
Inspired by the recent success of American game shows, Japanese producers have unveiled their own attempt at a reality-based game show.
よろしくお願いします。頑張ったね。神下、私は飲んだ。ここにいらっしゃい。ここにいらっしゃい。
Oh, suck us a wee! Darn, I knew that one.
And now it's time for our Heineken Joke of the Day.
As we reported in our award-winning monologue, a former Wendy's employee was arrested for selling drugs at the drive-thru window. Police became suspicious after the restaurant changed its name from Wendy's to Whitney's.
That was today's Joke of the Day, brought to you as always by Heineken.
And finally, Philippe Choutray, perhaps the most influential figure in world tennis, passed away in Paris this weekend at the age of 72. Reportedly shot 3A's last words were, "Advantage God." There's your news. We're right back with Vince Neil from Motley Crue.
The Late Late Show with Craig Kilborn, sponsored by IBM. Are you ready for e-business?
Let's change the rules. What if every rook had a desktop? What if every knight had a laptop? What if every bishop had a PDA? What if they were all connected together? What if there were 15 queens? What if one game acquired other games? New players, new rules. What if it was all happening in real time? In this game, the most powerful move the king can make is to get the right software. It's a different kind of world. You need a different kind of software.
The duty of a true race fan is to help his driver. He can't eat out there. Basically, I eat for him.
Oh, yeah!
Lap 73, my driver wants ribs. Lap 110, something lighter. Lap 162, time for Rolaids. Extra strength.
New extra strength Rolaids with even more acid neutralizing power to wipe out heartburn fast.
This is for us, man.
New extra strength Rolaids. ROLAIDS spells relief.
Tuesday on 60 Minutes 2, they are dying by the millions from a disease they don't even want to admit exists, and it's spreading. Ed Bradley reports Tuesday at 9, 8 Central.
It's not easy living at the speed of life. With so much to look out for, scams, rip-offs, dangerous products, who's looking out for you? The Cairo 7 Eyewitness News Consumer Team with Ross McLaughlin.
Be alert for side effects.
And B.B. Emmerman.
Customers will know they're protected.
Professional, experienced, from the only station that makes consumer protection a team effort. Protecting you, protecting your money. Cairo 7 Eyewitness News. Complete Northwest news coverage.
All of a sudden, I was hit from behind by 2 cars. The next day, I was so stiff, I could hardly move. I gave up, basically, on physiotherapy. I just thought, if this is going to keep getting worse, then I'm not going to be able to do anything. I just went back to my doctor, and he told me to try a chiropractor, and I did. And I feel almost as good as new.
For a spinal screening or chiropractor near you, call 1-877-915-BACK.
A timeless saga comes to life of heroic courage and the fate of a kingdom. IHOP presents buttermilk pancakes covered with strawberry, blueberry, and whipped topping. Eggs and bacon or sausage. The red, white, and blueberry breakfast. Just $3.99. It's truly epic. Another Anytime's a Good Time for IHOP release.
In 1981, the group Motley Crue formed on the mean streets of Los Angeles, and rock music hasn't been the same since. Their new album is called New Tattoo. It's in stores July 11th. This is Vince Neil.